Imagine a world where the Dark Ages were illuminated not by flickering candles, but by the hum of high-voltage coils, where knights traded steel swords for electrified lances, and cathedrals became power stations. History tells us electricity remained a curiosity until the Enlightenment. But in this timeline, a rogue Byzantine scholar uncovers a lost scroll from Alexandria, detailing the secrets of static generation and magnetic flux. By 1205, the Amber Secret leaks into Europe. Alchemists, once obsessed with turning lead into gold, pivot their focus to capturing the lightning of the heavens. They call it the breath of God. The first primitive generators emerge in the Rhine Valley. Massive water wheels are retrofitted with magnets and copper coils, sending the first organized currents through crude, wax-insulated lead wires to nearby monasteries. The impact is immediate. Literacy rates skyrocket as the holy light allows for 24-hour study. The Church, seeing this as a divine gift, begins the great electrification of the Holy Roman Empire. By 1230, a schism forms. The Order of the Direct Current argues for local, low-voltage power, while the High Tesla priests demand a continental grid of alternating heavenly vibrations to power empires. They begin building the Wardenclyffe cathedrals. These aren't just places of worship. They are wireless transmitters designed to pulse energy through the very earth, exactly as Tesla once dreamed in our world. Trade flourishes. Cities like Paris and Venice never sleep. The Industrial Revolution begins 600 years early, but it is not powered by coal and steam. It is powered by the ether. Warfare changes forever. The Tesla Crusade begins as the Pope calls for a campaign to bring the holy light to the East. Armies no longer march with torches, but with battery-laden wagons. Siege warfare is redefined. The traditional catapult is replaced by the Magpulse engine. These primitive railguns can launch stone projectiles at supersonic speeds, shattering the thickest stone walls with ease. The battlefield becomes a terrifying display of sparks and ozone. To be a soldier in 1250 is to navigate a landscape of invisible forces where the wrong step could result in instant incineration. But with great power comes the hunger for total control. The Mongol Empire, hearing of the Western thunder magic, begins their own research, capturing European engineers to build a lightning-powered golden horde. The clash of civilizations is no longer about numbers or steel. It is about who can harness the most voltage. The Silk Road becomes a massive copper highway, transmitting power across continents. For the common man, the world is unrecognizable. The electric peasantry uses induction coils to cook and heat their homes, ending the reliance on firewood and drastically reducing lung diseases from smoke. Information travels at the speed of light. Primitive telegraph systems, using clicking magnets, connect London to Rome. The Middle Ages isolation vanishes, replaced by a proto-internet of copper and parchment. Science and religion merge. Philosophers argue that electromagnetism is the physical manifestation of the soul. The Tesla Pope declares that to understand the magnet is to understand the mind of God. Time itself is standardized. With the need to synchronize the power grid, every village in Europe now follows the exact same second, ending the era of sun time and beginning the era of precision. If you're enjoying this journey into a world that never was, hit that subscribe button. We explore the what-ifs that history forgot. Join the crusade for knowledge and click the bell. But the 13th century grid is unstable. Without modern safety standards, mana leaks become common. Entire villages are occasionally vaporized when a Wardenclyffe tower suffers a catastrophic discharge. Medicine takes a turn toward the bioelectric. While some ailments are cured by galvanic rejuvenation, others suffer from the humming sickness, a nervous system collapse caused by constant exposure to high-frequency fields. The environment begins to change. The constant ionization of the air creates perpetual thunderstorms over major hubs. The Tesla age is one of constant rain, neon blue lightning, and heavy brass machinery. Naval exploration reaches the Americas by 1300. The electric ships, immune to the doldrums, cross the Atlantic in days. The New World is greeted not by conquistadors with muskets, but by engineers with capacitors. By the year 1350, the world is more advanced than our 1950s. But the reliance on the grid makes civilization fragile. A massive solar flare, the Carrington event of the Middle Ages, approaches. When the solar storm hits, the medieval grid, built without fuses or circuit breakers, acts as a giant antenna. The Wardenclyffe cathedrals don't just fail, they explode with the force of small nuclear bombs. In a single night, the Tesla Crusade ends. The knowledge of how to build the amber engines is lost in the fires. The survivors, terrified of the God Bolt, ban the study of electricity for 500 years. When Nikola Tesla is finally born in 1856, he isn't inventing the future. He is remembering a past that the world was forced to forget. The spark was always there. We just weren't ready for the fire. What would you do with the power of the gods in the age of iron? Perhaps some secrets are meant to stay in the dark. Thanks for watching.